Hello and welcome to our second to last Gamereactor Live Assassin's Creed stream. We're happy.
We're happy.
And sad because it's coming to an end.
Yeah.
But we got Unity here on
do?
PS4, and you've actually been playing it a bit today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I came in a bit early today.
Yeah.
For some weird reason. I came to the office a bit early.
But so we're going to show some single player today, and as you might have seen on the site, we're trying to find people to play co-op with tomorrow.
Yep.
So what's going to happen tomorrow is we're going to unlock the first, I think, 4-player co-op mission. And we're going to play Sweden versus Denmark versus Finland versus Norway. So we need 3 players from each country to play with a guy here in the office. It's going to be me, you, Dory, and Ingvi. We're going to run through it, and the best team is going to win some prizes that we have right here. Assassin's Creed t-shirt. And the pen we showed it yesterday as well.
It's really
cool.
Really nice.
So each of the 3 on the team are going to get one of these and t-shirt. But yeah, maybe. Oh, I think we're actually also catching up to do. We had a Call of Duty stream last week, and we had a little giveaway. We gave away the game and stuff, but we also had a prize that was the Call of Duty hero jacket.
A hero jacket. A jacket for heroes.
Yes. It's called the Hero Jacket Project, I think, actually. They're making 75 of these jackets in the world. And we've gotten one to give away in stream, and we looked at the stats and all that stuff and drew a winner. And we have the winner, and it is, I think he's actually in the chat today. It's Lauritsen94.
Who?
So I'm going to contact you probably tomorrow, and then we'll figure out the jacket. So you won the Call of Duty jacket, so congratulations.
You are now officially a hero.
Yeah. Well, I guess if he's not, we'll take it back.
Yeah, we'll kind of check you up.
Yeah.
Do some measurements on your karma.
So congratulations on that. And with that, I think we should jump into the game.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you explain where we are?
We're
going to talk a little bit about the game, but we're not going to spoil it, right?
No, we don't have actually that much to spoil. We're still pretty early, and I think I've been playing for, I don't know, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Something like that.
But I mean, it's always like how much single player and how much like side missions are you actually playing?
Yeah, I just reached the point where I've unlocked Paris, more or less. You start out in a smaller city outside of Paris, and then stuff happens, and then you end up in Paris with all the side missions and stuff just open up in front of you. So that's where we are right now in the story.
At a very famous landmark.
At a very famous landmark. Are we getting
Notre Dame? Yeah, we have it on there. Just,
down there.
Yeah.
There. Notre Dame.
So.
And just look at the graphics on this thing.
Yeah.
It's really,
As a still image, it's beautiful.
It's a still image. You can actually see there's a bird moving.
Oh yeah,
there.
that's true.
It's actually
just like a GIF.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Now we get the full shot. And now we're going to do try to do a dramatic kind of turn here, where we are.
Look at that pose. And I will give one thing you got to say about this game. Props to the main guy. He can hold that position for a very long time.
Very, very long time. But it actually, kind of, we joked around about placing Arno, the main hero up here. We do actually get to see, we do get to see the landmarks. We do get to see the beautiful graphics and that. Get to see a bit of Paris in the background. We also get to see the big crowd.
Yeah, that's really impressive in the game.
Yeah, there's been a couple of scenes already with just so much people in it, and it looks really, really good.
I don't think I've seen a game ever with this many crowds, like so dense a population in a game.
No, not even in like Assassin's Creed games usually take place in big cities, or up until a point it did at least. And you usually have a lot of people, but in Paris during the French Revolution,
I guess there's more people in France.
There's simply a lot more people in France. But one thing we're going to do straight away, because quite a bit of things have changed while remaining the same. And one thing that they've added, which is really nice, like the free running, you run up and down buildings, or you run up buildings, but getting down has always been a bit of an issue.
That's probably my favorite thing about this game.
Yeah, it's a really simple kind of thing, but if you just hold down the regular free running button, And if you
Yeah, so like 2 years ago, something they changed, instead of holding 2 buttons, it was 1 button. That's the free running button.
yes, if not even
Maybe last
before
year.
that. Oh, well, they changed it at some point.
Yeah, but anyway, so you had free running was 1 button, and then if you wanted to jump, it was the old button. But now
No, yeah. Now you have 1 button for going up, and you have 1 button for going down. So that you just keep the regular. And
You can see it in the top right now. It shows.
Just,
So if you just hold R2, you just free roam or run around, and then if you're like, I want to jump or I want to climb up, you press X, and if you're like, I want to go down, or often go through the window, if you hold the circle, that's really cool.
it works really well. It's one of those things when you've used it, you don't ever want to go back to not having it, because getting down buildings in Assassin's Creed was always a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
And more often than not, you ended up just jumping off the buildings and just
Yeah, that was.
hoping
And
to
you
survive.
died sometimes in missions, had to replay stuff because of that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, here we are in
People are talking about the jacket now. I will say, Lars, I'll contact you about it because I think we'll actually get to like your size and then get it like made, get one in his size. So that should be sorted. But yeah, I'll contact you tomorrow or something. I don't know if they just have different sizes, so they can actually get. I mean, they might just be tailored to you actually. But I'm gonna contact Activision about that and sort that out.
You know, one of the first things I really want to do is I got this jacket from a co-op mission, and it looks terrible.
What looks terrible? Oh,
This jacket.
The jacket, yeah.
It's actually horrible.
This is not the hero jacket.
That's not the hero jacket. So you have quite a lot of stuff to play around with. You can play around with the colors.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But so this
That
is the
one
same
is-
jacket, but this is just like the shader sort of thing.
That is
Shiny.
stealth, man. That is stealth all the way. If you're gonna sneak through a crowd, you
Is
put that
that
on.
stealth?
Yeah, you put that on. Nobody will be able to see you.
It's owned. Is that just that you own it, or is it like?
You own own that. Do I own it? I own it already? Okay, let's do the yellow one. No,
But that's what we've seen in a lot of the trailer stuff and preview material where you've seen the co-op stuff. It's like some of them have had like different colors. So
Yeah.
I guess this is how they've done that.
Yeah. There's a lot of different combinations.
That's pretty cool.
You have a lot of different hoods you can wear with different stats. It's just so much stuff.
Someone in the chat is asking, is there much different between Rogue and Unity? We have not touched Rogue.
We have not touched Rogue. The Rogue arrived at the office today, I believe. And before I could steal it, Rasmus took it home.
Yeah.
So that one does look good. I'm gonna buy that one.
Indian Coburn is coming in chat. So Nick, I watched a bit of the replay of yesterday's stream and I noticed what you wrote about me on the sign. I'm changing that next time we play Minecraft. So we were playing Minecraft yesterday and we had a lot of talk about different stuff and how like we're building secret caves, and I've been doing that in the previous Minecraft. I always build like a house and try to build like a secret bat cave sort of thing behind a bookshelf or something. And we talked about who was Batman and who was Robin and all that stuff. And then while Indian Coburn, who was one of our viewers, he played the game with me yesterday, he was doing other stuff. I put a sign in the house like Indian Coburn is Robin. And then he didn't notice in that while we were actually playing, but I guess he noticed after. And because we were voice chatting as well, so I didn't say anything. I was just sort of laughing to myself while I did it. But yeah.
Minecraft, a game made to troll other players.
Yeah. We were nice to each other other than that. Have you guys seen the so-called microtransaction prices?
The thing is...
we can't see how much the currency actually cost, right?
No. Basically because...
Yeah, it's I guess because we're still playing on a European account and the game's not out in Europe.
Exactly.
Then we can't see that stuff. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the microtransactions. That's pretty bad, I think.
I 100% agree with that. I think it's
maybe I'd remove
terrible.
pretty from that and just say it's bad.
It's bad. It's the way of the game right now. It's hardly only Ubisoft doing it, but it's not a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Don't like it. Just going to talk a bit All right, should we just start this
I think people talking a lot about frame rate and graphics and stuff. I think let's get back to that in a little bit. Let's play a little bit, and then maybe you can see. Then we'll talk about how our experiences have been with the graphics and how the game runs and all that stuff.
Yeah, because
we'll
we've definitely had experiences.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one that it's sort of both directions. There's really good stuff and really bad stuff in here. Indian Cohen says, I actually have video footage of Nick admitting that I am Batman. Oh, I think we actually played this at E3 or something, this mission.
Yeah?
No targets in reach. Out of the way. Move. Where the hell was Duchet out?
Also, very historically correct that all Frenchmen speak with a British accent.
Secured the cathedral? Where is she?
Well, I don't know. You weren't alive back then. Maybe they did.
And they did.
Opportunities everywhere. It's on you to take it.
You! Get back here with my keys! Thieves!
And if all other plans fail, why not sacrifice yourself for the cause? Your life for his. Before Altair, that was the Levantine approach.
You mean a dagger in broad daylight as I'm cut down where I stand?
Sends a powerful message.
If you would compare the E3 version with this version, how much of a difference? I honestly don't remember, but generally the early versions don't look as good. Generally what happens with games is they finish the game and then they polish, so a lot happens with like the quality and the graphics in the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now we have...
Just assassinate this guy.
This
Explore
is
the
the-
area, create opportunities.
Yeah, there's much more open-ended ways you can... Oh no, I'm doing that again, accidentally throwing a smoke grenade.
So one thing I can say that that I've seen when I've shown presentations at E3 and Gamescom and stuff with this game is, and one of the missions they showed us, I don't actually remember if it was E3 or Gamescom I saw this, but a mission like this is you need to kill this guy, you need to do certain things. There's different ways of doing it, as you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And so they showed us one way of getting in here and doing the stuff that was more of the obvious choice. And then they actually exited the place where they'd done the mission and showed, oh, you could actually have entered this way instead and gone a different route and done different stuff and found secrets and all that stuff. But
Oh, that is...
so there's generally many ways of doing it, or multiple ways. And so now we need to get in here. So there is, different ways of entering, and they often range from being, the obvious of walking in the door or something, and different, more stealthier approach of going through sewers or going through the roof or disguising yourself or something.
There's a lot of... Oh, not you guys. Get away from me, please. One problem I have with this game, in a way, is that a lot of the stuff that you take for granted these days is unlocked. You upgrade your character with various upgrades. Let's take a look at that. I'm not 100% sure I really enjoy that part. Different executions, different strikes. Different way of stealthing, which is... here we go. There's the disguise. I'm guessing I could have unlocked that when I hadn't. So now
the other thing was that when you chose that suit, like the different outfits you have different like abilities or like stats. So some are give more health and some give more stealth.
Yeah.
Indian Corbin is asking his Indian Corbin question of the day. Mm-hmm. How are the trophies?
The trophies are awesome.
We haven't actually looked at them, but I'm gonna look them up. While you're playing?
I unlocked a bunch.
Have you? I think it's
Like
the usual.
three
I think
of
it's
them,
the
like, you
usual
finished
Assassin's Creed. You get ones for completing the sequences.
Yeah, those are the ones I've unlocked.
But there's usually some multiplayer stuff. It looks more doable to me than it has in the past because there's not the competitive multiplayer where in previous games you needed to really reach level 50 or something, which was many hours of play.
Yeah.
So now it's play some co-op missions, perform 10 co-op sync kills, perform 10 non-lethal takedowns in co-op. So it seems a lot more doable than it has been in the past, I'll say. But it's still, it's usual. It takes some time, of course, but it seems doable.
I'm up on the roof now, and I have no idea if I'll be able to get in this way.
Is there a day-night cycle in the game?
Not that I've noticed yet, but there might be. You might find out while I'm running
I
around.
think there actually is.
the
I don't know if it's a natural like cycle, but we like as you see, the sun is setting now. So there's different like times of day. But yeah, I don't know if it's.
You'll probably notice soon when I've been running around on the rooftop of Notre Dame for the entire 2-hour live stream.
Okay, let's get into some of the graphic stuff.
Sure.
What has been your experience with it?
There's been a lot of talk about slowdowns and frame rate drops and stuff like that. So far, I've only experienced one major frame rate drop, which was a big one.
But it was in a weird spot, right? Because it wasn't when there was a lot of people.
No, that was.
What I've heard is other people say is sometimes it's when you're in the crowds, which would make sense. But
Yeah, no,
we haven't actually had that.
This was actually indoors. I'm guessing it has something to do with the light, because there was a tainted glass window. It might have been something about that. It was when I got close to that window, things started to go south.
It might also just that you've been in the other area where it was trying to keep
something
up
was going on. But we're talking 1-2 frames a second for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, we've played it 3-4 hours. Maybe?
Yeah, that was 3-4 hours.
Yeah, so
then I think
a lot of that.
At some point I remember you saying to me, and I didn't even notice it, that there had been that there was a frame rate drop.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about
But
it.
it's not been so bad for us so far as it seems it has been for other people. Generally, I think the game looks way better than Black Flag does. It's really impressive, like the way it looks for some of it, like the general look of it, and especially the crowds, as you can see here. The thing that is happening though is there has been a lot of pop-ins for us, or some pop-ins, or sometimes the people in the background don't look as impressive as our main guy looks.
Yes. The pop-ins are.
I will say we have downloaded the day one patch, the
Yes.
release patch.
We have. A lot of the reviews didn't have that one. Yes, a lot of the reviews that have been written were written before that patch.
But also I know some people have played it with the patch, and we haven't played it without it, so I don't know how it would have been without the patch.
No.
The other thing is we have had a couple of weird situations of falling through the level and things like that.
Yes, we were just jumping off the roof, and all of a sudden he just fell through the round and kept falling through a big grey nothingness for about 20 seconds, and then desynchronized.
I didn't notice how big the patch was. We just downloaded it.
880 megabytes.
Okay, it took like 2 minutes to download. It wasn't a bad thing.
No. Then we also had one issue. It was the biggest bug we've seen. Was that the entire background, everything in the background disappeared.
Basically, there was only the very furthest like backdrop of like a white thing, and the rest of the floor and walls were not there.
No, floors. The characters were there. Some of the interior decoration was there, but the rest was just gone. So they were floating in space. You could see that they were walking down. I was walking down a staircase. You could see that it was walking down something, but you couldn't see anything.
Yeah. You showed it to me where I just came in and you had paused it, and it looked like I thought it was some Jesus scene because people were floating. And then after they were walking down the stairs, you see, okay, they're actually supposed to be standing on something. So
yeah, you do get to that point where you're like, is this the Animus that's plugging out, or is it the game?
But I mean, that's the funny thing with Assassin's Creed. They can always be like, well, it's because the Animus it's a computer game, so there's bugs in it. We built that in.
But otherwise, so far there's been no big game-breaking bug.
I think it's been a lot better than I feared it would be. I will say I usually don't play the new Assassin's Creed game when it comes out. We play it for gameplay and for review and stuff, and playing on the stream today. But I have still not finished Black Flag, and I generally play them way after they're out, and that has worked really. I get it's awesome being part of like the new and playing it when they're out and being part of the conversation, but regarding all the bugs, I think that's that's the main problem for Assassin's Creed for me. There has often been a lot of bugs, and in that way, it's been good for me playing them later when a lot of them are fixed.
Yep.
But I think just playing it when the game is actually out instead, I think it's worse when you have to review it because the day one patch is often coming out around the day one and not 2 weeks before when you review the game. So.
I'm actually not 100% sure what I'm doing because I'm obviously one of those people that I can't. Oh, I got the key right.
Pro Olaf in the chat is saying Second Son is the best graphics I've seen so far, and I actually agree with that. I think this is really impressive with the crowds. Infamous didn't have that many crowds, so it's like, could this have looked as good if it didn't have the crowds, or how would Infamous have looked with these crowds? But like how beautiful it was, Infamous is the best looking game I've seen that is out. But I will say the Order that I saw at E3, way better looking. That's the best game I've ever seen, like best looking game I've ever seen.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure there's some high-end PCs that are running some games that look better, but I don't play on PC much, so.
This probably looks absolutely stunning on high-end rigs when it's working as it should.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a door.
People are asking how open the world is and how big is Paris.
Paris is freakishly huge.
But it's not one-to-one. I think they've done the usual thing that they also did in GTA with LA, that is huge, but it's not one-to-one with the streets. It's,
no, of course not.
It's a little smaller, but you get the general feel of the city.
We're just going to get through this mission, and when we're done, we're going to try to, I guess, show them the map at least.
Yeah. And there's like these districts. It tells you when you pick up a collectible, oh, one of 20 in this district, and you can see there's like 15, 20 districts.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I saw them play this level, there was one, I think, where there was one way of going through the roof, going through one of the windows up top, but there was also a way of going through the sewers.
There's a sewer somewhere here.
He came out of the sewers when he did the mission.
Thank you, person.
Oh, Killzone was also...
Killzone 3?
The Shadowfall was also really impressive. And I actually think Destiny is really beautiful as well. That is beautiful. That is true.
Is it here with the thing?
Nick, do you think that an AC game in the future will have first-person mode? Well, we already have a Revelation, but I don't think that part in Revelation was a big success.
Oh, the Decimal Story?
Yeah.
That was terrible.
So I'm sure they'll go back to that sort of thing in some form, but I don't see it happening right now because it doesn't seem that that's what people love. I much rather think that we will see more boats or something like that in the future because people seem to love that.
Yeah, I mean, well, if we're going to count Decimal Story, we also had all the first-person stuff in Black Flag.
Oh yeah, that's true, but that was more like just walking around, but I'm just thinking like actual, like, just like the new GTA stuff.
Like a Mirror's Edge, but...
Yeah, actual, like, more gameplay-ish. How is the combat system in the game? Have they changed anything from previous games? You said it was a little bit harder, the combat.
It's trickier, definitely harder than in Black Flag.
I haven't tried the combat, I only tried a little bit of free roaming, but I do like that because I felt like, again, I don't know if it's good harder, but I've felt in the past that it's been a little bit too easy, it's been too much hitting the counter.
Yeah. There's still a lot of counter stuff.
Yeah.
But I found it harder, at least so far. I guess you're not used to it. There's a couple of enemies who I haven't really learned the tactics for. Holy crap, I'm completely confused about what I'm supposed to do.
I think what they did in the demo I saw is they climbed up to the roof and climbed through one of the windows. But there was also a way, I think it was the other end of Notre Dame, the other end. There were some sewers that came out of there. So maybe you want to try that actually, that would be fun to see.
Yeah,
because I think the more obvious choice is going through the roof.
I found a key. I managed to get a key.
Oh yeah, I think that might have been a third way where you can unlock some door when you have the key.
Yes, now I just need to find
I think he did some lockpicking to get in.
Because there's a priest up on the roof complaining about having his key stolen. Perhaps if we climb back up to him, he can help us out.
But in this area somewhere, there was like some stairs down where you could go in through the sewers as well.
There was one sewer entrance which I went down to earlier.
How are the loading times?
Loading times are horrible.
Yeah?
Yep.
But that's terrible. The initial, when you like load up, it's not, It's not like when you go through the different areas in Paris. It is one big world, right?
Yeah, as far as I've seen so far. But when it's loading,
Yeah.
it loads.
That's like that was like
This wasn't okay. That's
on
good.
Last of Us. Like the initial load when you turn on the game is super long and super annoying. But the bonus thing is then after that there's no loading. Like whenever you go through areas, through cutscenes and stuff, there's no loading. It's only initial one.
I borrowed Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
I finished it.
Oh, you did.
I think it was absolutely terrible. Most overrated game I've ever played in my life.
That's not even funny.
It's not even true. I haven't played
No.
it. I haven't touched it.
I was like, wow, you played through that quick, but then you haven't.
No, but I knew it.
You also you were way too negative. If you actually thought that, you would try to not be. You would be nicer about it.
I haven't touched it yet. I'm really looking.
You haven't touched it?
No.
I finally bring it, and you don't even play it.
Let's talk to the priest.
People also talking about like different hard drives and stuff. I changed my PS4 to a bigger hard drive, but still the same 5400 RPM disk. Oh, there was some slowdown there.
Yep.
I know Philip changed his to, I don't remember if it was an SSD or a hybrid drive, but he's tried different hard drives, I think. And he said he did have faster load times with games, but it wasn't much. So that's also why I ended up going with just a bigger drive and not a faster one, because it would be nice to have faster, but I am happy with the space.
Can you tell me why I can't open this door?
I don't know, but that was not where they went through a window.
Ah, here we go.
Okay.
Just
So
around the
Peter, now that you've gotten to know Arno, I guess a bit, is Ezio still your favorite assassin?
The thing with Arno is that so far, and I said this is just a couple of hours in, is that Arno is actually quite a lot like Ezio.
Yeah.
We're dealing with this.
It's another European.
Yeah, noble guy, a bit of a player, likes to drink wine and gamble and flirt, and he's very much like Ezio.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, I like him. The model, his character is really cool. I like the actor and everything, but so far it's been very much Ezio over.
But it's also, I mean, again, you've played it for a couple hours, but it's like, I think to probably get a new favorite character, it would probably take you getting really far into this game or finishing it, or the next game with Arno or something if they do that again. Because as you said, Ezio has had 3 games,
What is going on? Ow.
One thing I do also like about this game is the animations are sort of more advanced. When you take a step, there seems to be sort of more steps in that step.
Yep.
He seems to do, it's closer to real movement. Where in the old games you would have a Mario game where a step is one, move, and we've gotten closer and closer to that being more fluid because there's several parts of that, and that has really improved here. It looks a lot more impressive and a lot more, a lot realer, or whatever you want to say, more realistic, which is really cool. And the way he jumps down sometimes, and it's a little bit too much actually in some ways, where he spins around and stuff, but it looks really cool.
It does take a bit getting used to, because it is, it feels heavier.
Yeah, that was one thing that you also mentioned that I agree with. It's hard to explain.
I didn't want to assassinate that guy.
Explain exactly what to mean with that, or how that is, but it does feel heavier in some way.
There's something about it that just. Oh, I did.
We're getting a question from the moon. I've heard wizards come from there.
There's a wizard living on the moon.
Yeah. I don't know if you got that reference, but that doesn't matter. Nick and Petter, there's Moon people asking, for the next AC game, where do you want the game to be played out? The future, World War II, the set, or one at a lunar base? I just want to say.
First of all, you can see the loading screen here.
Yeah. One thing I want to say before you answer is one thing that blew my mind when I turned this on the other day on the Xbox actually, and sent you a photo, was the opening screenshot you get where it just shows it shows it like 16 different Assassin's Creed games. Some we've played before. You saw Ezio and some of the older stuff in there, but also stuff we haven't seen before. I was like, that made me go from I'll probably buy this. I don't know if I'll buy it today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll buy it in a couple of weeks. To I want to buy this right now.
Yeah, I mean that initial screen is definitely a reference to Black Flag, It's an Abstergo Productions kind of thing where you get the various games they're doing. What I really liked about it was that it's a Templar.
Yeah, it's
spin
a Templar
on it.
view. Yeah,
Like
and
Ezio is Fear and Loathing in
Florence.
In Florence.
But the thing is here, like last year, was you were working at a computer software place that were developing it, and the idea here is now you've sort of bought the game and it's playing it.
Yeah.
And what you saw there was the different Assassin's Creeds, and then future ones. And the only one that was unlocked was the one we're playing now in Paris, and the other one's set locked. And apparently you don't get to unlock any of them, is what I've heard. But
No.
we talked about it would be cool if they do HD versions of the old ones, or maybe that download 2D Assassin's Creed game if they're like one of those and you get to play those. But
Yep.
But so where do you want it to be set, the next one?
We had this.
We've had this conversation.
We've had this conversation. I still really want ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
There was leaked or hinted at or official concept art of a assassin in ancient Egypt. Looked really good.
I'm still for Japan. I like Egypt as well, but Japan. The thing is now, there was 2 shots in that. Oh, actually, there was a China screenshot in that screen that I really want. That might be the 2D Assassin's Creed. There was one that was some jazz something. What was that? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
What was that called?
I think jazz.
Oh yeah, I have the screenshot.
Yeah.
There was some jazz one, and then there was another one that looked really. There was a couple of really cool looking ones. I want those. So yeah, there was Jazz Age Junkies, and I really like the Hell in Her Burn Air as well. There was a guy with like a shotgun. But yeah. Nick, do you think you'll platinum this game? I might actually. We'll see when I play it. I still need to go through Black Flag. I'll probably. I don't know if I'll play them soon. I'll probably get to these around Christmas time. I want to play through The Last of Us again over Christmas, and then I'll probably get to these 2 Black Flag and this over Christmas or early January, I think.
Yep.
But I could see myself platinum this if it's fun. How big part does the co-op play? It's like optional side missions.
Yeah. So far, that's all we've seen.
Another thing, we're doing the co-op stream tomorrow. There should be a news piece on each of the Nordic sites: Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland. Please write your PSN ID in there, and then we'll pick 3. We'll do it sometime tomorrow. Maybe we'll start the stream with that. So be ready tomorrow at 4, and then we'll pick 3 from each country, and you'll play with us. And I don't know if they need to have unlocked the co-op. They probably need to do that. Then we'll figure that out. Even if we pick someone else, might be good to be ready anyway, because if someone can't show up or something like that, we might need a backup, and then we could get in that way. Oh, so this is how it looks when you die. Thanks for showing that, Peter.
For the second time. I actually did play a quick co-op. I thought it was going to be a quick 2-person co-op mission earlier today, just to try it out, and I pitied the poor fool who got caught up with me.
He was not good either.
He wasn't that very good either, luckily. Cool concept, but basically what it would look like from the outside was 2 really drunk assassins trying to break into
and it
a
is that
temple
thing that is the case with some co-op games or multiplayer games. The sad way that, for instance, Fear Evolve will turn into it. You were sort of just playing the mission, both of you, but not really working together.
No. You could tell that it would have been really cool if we knew what the hell we were doing.
I think tomorrow is going to be super awesome, because that's going to be 4 people playing together.
And communicating.
Yeah. So get your headsets ready tomorrow.
Yes.
Another question, are there 1,000 collectible as well as there was in Black Flag? It sucked to collect.
5 million.
I didn't finish Black Flag, but I've enjoyed collecting stuff in the past. This looks like there's way more in this game than previous. Can you pull up the map again to show?
I'm just going to sit here on this angel.
The Petter pose?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, there we go. This is how it looks.
And this is just in one district.
And then you pick up one thing and it says 1 of 20 in this district. And you see these are all different districts. Yep. So there are insane amounts of collectibles, which could be annoying. Generally, I like those. I think I'll have a lot of fun just collecting the stuff. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
And as we said before, let's jump in here again. Oh,
Must
it
be
must be
nine.
on current level. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to unlock. So,
For settings, I would love a Viking game, but not sure if that would work well in AC Universe Story because you need two factions fighting each other. I would love a Viking game as well. I think we
Vikings
talked
could
about
fight.
that in.
the Vikings could fight each
The only
other.
thing I would be worried about is the whole parkour thing, that you would be too much in the ground, but they seem to figure that out in AC3 with the trees and stuff, but I don't know if it makes sense that Vikings are running in the trees. But it could be like one, like
could work.
assassin that, you know, that was a Viking and then figured out how to do that, or something. They could make that work, I think.
I know what I want to do. I just failed at doing it last time.
Nick and Petter, do you think the AC series should take a break now because they're releasing a game every year? Well, they're releasing 2 big games this year, and the other years has been like a mobile game or a beta game and that sort of thing. So they've almost had like 2 games a year. You were pretty happy with the games coming out like they are, right? Maybe I don't know if you would want just 1 game a year, or are you happy with 2?
with Rogue as well.
Yeah.
Since I haven't played Rogue, and there's been basically no reviews. I read 1 review of it, considering how Ubisoft haven't really sent out any review copies of it. I'm not actually really sure how much I trust that review.
You're worried about it.
Well, it depends on why.
Yeah.
Either they just want everyone to focus on Unity, or it's simply not very good.
Yeah.
That review that I read, they were actually quite happy with it.
Okay.
But I don't know, it depends a bit on, when it comes to if I want to see it yearly or not, depends on how good Unity actually turns out to be. So far, what I've played from Unity, I've been really happy with it
Yeah.
so far. No, don't do. Oh.
I think, I mean, I feel like these questions often, like, I've had the same conversation recently with like Call of Duty. I'm very happy that a new Call of Duty comes out every year. Because it's, especially if you play multiplayer, it's refreshing to get new maps and updates to the game and all that stuff. I mean, it would be fine with me if it was like a subscription instead and you just had a natural flow of updates that way. But so with Call of Duty, I'm happy with it. I'm a bigger Call of Duty fan than Assassin's Creed fan. So I think the big fans want a game every year, and in that way, I think it's good that they get a game every year.
Yeah.
Personally, I would probably be happier getting an Assassin's Creed every other year.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a struggle to keep up, I feel. And it's also the whole thing that they often, I think the Assassin's Creed, most of them are like potentially amazing games, but full of bugs and stupid mistakes that I think they could get rid of if they only did one every other year.
Yeah.
So I would much rather have, you know, better games than not have them as often. But I'll play Unity, and I'm playing the game that comes out every year. I probably won't get to Rogue, maybe if it comes out on PS4. But I think playing 2 Assassin's Creed every year is a lot for me.
Yeah.
I did play the Vita version though, although I didn't finish it because I had a bug that locked me in a mini game that I couldn't get out of.
But if it keeps doing this, I mean, if this game is like the next generation version of, say, Assassin's Creed 1 or Assassin's Creed 2, then Unity 2 or whatever we're going to get next year will probably be amazing. So far, 3 hours and I'm really happy. I don't want to stop playing. I don't want to go home.
Oh, I actually saw this way of doing this. He's going to go in and confess now, right?
Yeah. He's going to confess to my knife.
Yeah, but that they showed that. They showed like they killed him in the demo I saw. And then they showed like they just had like a cutscene where they had taped this and said you could also have done it this way, so that's cool.
Huh?
Lauritsen is asking with the new COD plan, does that mean we'll only see a COD every 3 years? No. It is, the change is now, they used to have Infinity Ward and Treyarch do rotate, so they did one every other year. Now they've just added Sledgehammer, so we get a Call of Duty every year, but they just have 3 studios, so they all rotate, so they all have 3 years to develop one.
Oh, they got a bit worried about the fact that there are dead guards lying everywhere.
That's cool.
Get back here.
Sally is asking the same question over and over, but I'm not sure I'm understanding it. Nick and Perry, do you most want in the 5th or next AC in World War I or World War II or the Cold War with Kennedy, etc.?
Oh, if we want an
If we most want
Assassin's
World
Creed.
War I, World War II or Cold War with Kennedy. None of them are really like super interesting to me because I think Assassin's Creed is better without guns and stuff, or like without modern day. But either of those could be really cool as well.
Everything's in
Oh.
place. Finally saw Reese, did he?
Yeah.
What's our cut?
That's your cut.
Yeah, that's cool. But then you apparently get points if you do it different ways and stuff. That's pretty cool. Do you have a plan to play a lot to unlock co-op missions? Do you have to play a lot in order to unlock the co-op missions? We actually haven't unlocked a 4-player co-op one yet.
We've unlocked two-player co-op
Yeah.
ones.
But I actually don't
And that
know.
was unlocked at the same time as we unlocked all of Paris.
Yeah, and it was like sequence 3, then you unlocked them, right?
Sequence 3, yeah.
What's so important you had to
So it took about 2.5 hours. It was a very concentrated gameplay. Yeah.
You all right, monsieur? Too much of the king's champagne?
Sylvain, come away!
Moon People's asking, wouldn't it be great if they released DLC for a year instead of, and then release the game every other year for both AC and Call of Duty? I think that wouldn't really change, but I don't know. I guess that would be cool. They are still doing DLC though for both, so. The thing is, I mean, it's great to get a lot of content, especially when you're younger and you have a lot of time and don't have a lot of money. You want a lot of content out of your games. But I think the older you get and the more you have money, or just, I guess in this job as well, you have access to a lot of games. I think that's the case, that then I at least would rather have shorter games that are better, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm playing Destiny all the time. Yeah, I don't know. No news on Advanced Warfare DLC yet. That's the usual 4 packs, I'm assuming, over 6 months. The co-op sign-up stuff ain't up in Sweden, by the way. Okay. Have to yell at the Swedish guys then to post it.
Oh, okay. Hey, I pulled it off.
Yeah, I don't know if people need to have unlocked the co-op themselves for us to invite them to it, but we'll have to figure that out, how that works.
Already on it. Couple of seconds.
But with people, I don't know if people need to get this far into the game to be able to play co-op with us tomorrow.
I think they do. I think you need, basically what you do.
Should buy you a few more hours. If it doesn't, we're screwed.
Well, we're
Oh,
not screwed. It's your initiative.
Sorry, some Osturga stuff going
Not
on.
helping.
There's a lot less of the modern day stuff going on.
And we haven't
far.
gotten to that yet. Either
No.
the whole Rift thing we haven't seen yet that they showed in the trailer.
No, we haven't seen any of that. Go through the pool. Oh, we're going to do that now.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, it's part
Oh,
of
maybe that's why they thought we
Yeah.
should play this. We're being asked if we played the Halo 5 beta. We have not.
Go.
I will say what I have heard. I never got really into Halo. I played a bit at the events, the old ones. One of the things I've always had with Halo was that there was no sprint and no ADS, inbound sights. And it seems like that is added to Halo 5. So that would make me way more intrigued to play that.
There we go. Now something is going on.
Oh, Robin Hood would be pretty cool in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that could work. The loading screens are, as we said, quite bad.
Or good if you like loading.
If you like, and definitely if you like, they removed. I just realized they removed the classic Assassin's Creed loading screen where you
that's
get to
true.
run around.
Oh, that's true.
That's horrible.
But you've completed a Uplay actually.
That's 3 out of 10. Would never play again.
Can I sign up for the co-stream on the Danish side even if I'm Swedish? I guess if we'll get the Swedish guys to do a news piece on it. If you say it in the chat as well, we'll remember it. Well, you can also send me an email at nick@gamereactor.
Looks like the late
.dk.
Now this is a parasite
You can do that
we're
as well.
visiting. Maybe another time. Right now, you need to get to the exit portal. I can't see a path.
But yeah, they should have it up before tomorrow. But you can send me an email or something. We'll remember it too.
All right,
Just
so
be
now-
sure to be ready tomorrow.
You know, the bell
Okay, so this is the rift.
cleaner than revolutionary Paris, don't you think? You're
That's
heading
cool.
to it a bit.
Now we're in the 1800s. Or the 1880s.
Do you think it's like, hey, we're in France, we should have a scene with the Eiffel Tower in it?
Kind of.
These streets don't seem to lead anywhere. There has to be an underground
Yes,
path.
I know. I'm just looking around. I want to see. Now I can start looking and get.
And I don't know if I
confused.
said it before, but I think we're gonna do it so when we pick 3 people for each country, we're gonna do a random thing who gets to pick first, but then you're gonna get to pick who you want as your captain. If you want me, Petter, Dory, or Ingvi as your captain.
I just can see from my brilliant playing that, of course, you want me.
Well, as it is right now, you're the only one who has played the game, so that might be a good pick.
Might be, might be. Might also be terrible. That's really nice.
Yeah, we're in a rift right now.
Getting the nice, nice vibe here. It's actually really cool.
Are we still in sequence 3, mission 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
This came straight after.
That's really interesting because Ubisoft told us, hey, I think it's a good idea if you play sequence 3, mission 2. And we're like, okay, we'll do that. And I would have thought that they didn't want to spoil this, but it's cool that they actually were like, oh, you should show this.
Oh, that's wow.
Trains! Prolov is saying, damn, this part actually reminds me of Bioshock Infinite DLC Barrel at Sea Part 2. I haven't played that, but from the trailer and the stuff I've seen, I can see that.
I was just about to say before that this is starting to feel a bit like Bioshock. It's really nice.
So far, the game looks better than a 6 or 7 out of 10. I don't know. I think
don't
it's,
know.
it really, and that's the thing about reviews, and a reason why I think it's actually hard to review a game like Call of Duty, because a game changes a lot from playing it at 1 hour and 5 hours and 10 hours. You might have fun the first 2 hours, and then after that it's all repetitive and all the same, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
And for something like Call of Duty or this co-op where there's multiplayer, it matters a lot if that's fun, you know?
Yeah.
For me, I played through the campaign, and this Call of Duty I'm going to play through again. I'm probably going to play it on Veteran and Platinum, and I'm going to play the multiplayer, and that's where I'm going to spend most of the time. So if I in a week get tired of the multiplayer, then that's not a good Call of Duty game for me, because the other ones I've played for 6 to 8 months, you know.
Yeah.
And the same for this. If when I'm finished with the story, I'm happy with the ending. If it's fun collecting all the stuff, then it's going to be a better game.
Yeah, also remember that, like for example for me, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I love Assassin's Creed. I'm having a lot of fun with Unity, but I can't say I'm blown away to the amount that I thought I would be.
6 and a 7 is not that it's a bad game.
No.
The grades are being used that way sometimes, but it's like, remember that we're trying to review games in the way that a 7 doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. For me, 7 is a good game.
Yeah.
There you are.
Wow.
I'm actually, I don't know, it's also different. You need to check out who reviews it and how they grade games, because we might have one person review Assassin's Creed this year and another last year, and then they might have reviewed the other ones differently. And
Yeah, always be. Always keep that in mind.
I think I'm actually a bit harsher than a lot of people with grades. I'm not sure I would have given any game this year a 9. Maybe Call of Duty or Destiny, but I'm still like 8 or 9 on that. And I definitely wouldn't have given any a 10 this year. So. Yeah, Ball Crusher is making a user review of Assassin's Creed as well, so you should check that out. Do you know if the frame drops are better when played from the hard drive bought on PSN compared to playing it from the disc? No, we only have the disc version, but I think Ball Crusher, you have the download version, right? Yeah. So maybe we'll talk together tomorrow about that and see how his experience has been. I will probably buy it as a download as well if I do that tomorrow, tonight, and I'll let you know how it runs. Benke agrees with me. It's the year of 8 out of 10s.
This year?
Yeah.
You know what? Benke is a clear 9 out of 10 for me. he breaks the...
But I didn't think of it, but I do agree. A lot of the games that I really liked this year were like just missing. Like for me, a 10 out of 10 is like revolutionary or something like that, where it really is a big step. For me, Last of Us was a 10 out of 10. One of the few games I would do that with. A 9 out of 10 has to be really, really good. 8 out of 10 is a really good game as well. So like for me, like this year, I really look forward to Infamous, Trials, Destiny, Call of Duty. All those were like 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would give them a 9. Then again, I don't know if I played Destiny so much and I've had a lot of fun with that. But I think there's still too many bugs in that for a 9. Yeah.
That's too bad.
What's your favorite game this year so far? Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy 14? It came out last year, so
That doesn't count.
no. I'm not sure. I haven't played as much as I'd want to this year. This whole next generation thing
Yeah.
is annoying.
How will you pick the players for tomorrow's stream? I think we'll just take all the people who've signed up for each country and do random. And then we'll see if they show up. If they don't show up, we'll pick another person.
Fair enough. That's the kind of stuff that I leave to Nick
Yeah.
to sort. But yeah, basically how the co-op, accepting the co-op missions work is when I'm back in Paris, I'm going to show you on the map.
Yeah. Have you played Shadow of Mordor? Some people, Paul Crusher, for instance, saying that's a 9 out of 10 for him. That's also an 8 for me. I think there's really cool stuff for that, but it's not I actually didn't finish that. I will do that, but it wasn't good enough for me to like. I very quickly went back to Destiny and I'd rather play that. But I think it has some good stuff, but it also has some problems, I think.
I still really need to play that game.
Yeah, I think you'll really like it. Do you like Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's interesting because I talked to Dory about that, and he didn't really care about the story in the beginning, where I was like, whoa, this is actually somewhat interesting from someone who likes Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I don't know how it ends, so I don't know if that holds up. And he got really into it with the gameplay, and that's cool too as well. But I think if you like Lord of the Rings, you'll enjoy some of that.
All right, cool.
It feels, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's better than all the Lord of the Rings games in that way. That actually, I was like, wow, this feels like Lord of the Rings.
But there was something that was missing, right, in the old gen versions.
Yeah, the main aspect of it, you have the Nemesis system,
Yeah.
where like any guard, if like a normal orc kills you, he will be promoted to a captain, or to, I don't know if that's the name for him, but like to a ranked one with a name, and he'll be like, if he burns you, he'll be called something with burning, so they'll name the like
And that's
a
gone.
skull crusher if he like breaks your head. And then they will also end up, over time they will fight with each other to rank up, so there's like different ranks in the system. And the first sort of thing you have to do is kill 4 captains, and that is captains for. It's the mouth of Sauron in the book, so this is the hand of Sauron, I think.
Okay.
So his captains you have to kill, and if you just go for them, then his bodyguards, his lower ranked officers are going to help him. So you need to go find them first and kill them.
Yep.
And you can find other orcs and like investigate them, so you find out what their weaknesses is every time you try to kill a higher ranked one.
And all of this is gone.
That is the Nemesis system, the way that works and the way when they kill you and all that, and that is not in the PS3 Xbox 360 version. So I wouldn't recommend playing that, because I think that's a big part of it. For me, the Nemesis system, it has the Batman combat, it has a lot of Assassin's Creed elements, and then the Lord of the Rings stuff. So if you take a big part of that is the Nemesis system. So.
Okay.
And especially if you're not into Lord of the Rings, then the Nemesis system is all there is really to play for, I think.
So basically, when it comes to the co-op stuff, here's the 2 co-op things we've unlocked. Is this is a heist mission, tithing the Templars, and there's another one.
So we had heists in Assassin's Creed before GTA.
So basically, you go there and you say you want to do the mission, then they start looking for other players. Yeah. But you can also, of course, create groups and play together with friends.
People are asking about Far Cry 4. It's not fine. We will stream it. probably stream it on Monday, but we're like getting final confirmation from Ubisoft and when we get the game and all that. So it's not final yet, but we'll keep you posted on that.
All right, so what are you gonna do now?
Nick and Peter, do you think that AC games should be story-driven or adventure-driven? I really liked AC 1 and 2 just because the main story, the rest of the AC saga is just 50% with the other half missing. I don't care about the story, like the bigger one. I'm like moment to moment. I am more like the missions need to be fun, collectible, that's what I'm into. But you're more into the story, right?
Yeah. But I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure what you mean there. Main story. The rest of the AC saga is just 50% with the other half missing. I'm not sure what you mean. That the game as a whole, there's just too much other stuff.
Yeah, I think I don't know, but it sounds to me like he didn't really like the story in the later games. So in that way, he's missing half the game because you have the game. Right. Is my guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, I really like the story, and that's one of the reasons why I'm slightly worried that. No, wait a second. Here we go. Here's an assassin mission.
But what if you don't get killed at all in Shadows of Mordor? They will still fight individually, like against each other, the orcs. But I actually think it's less fun. I was trying really hard to not die, but it actually becomes more fun if you die sometimes because you get annoyed at the orc that kills you, and when you meet them, they're like, "Oh, I killed you. Let me kill you again," and like they mock you. Yeah. Which is fun, and then I was like, I'm gonna go back and kill that fucking orc because he pisses me off. So I actually think it's a lot more fun if they kill you. And Dory had a long period where he didn't die, he said, and then he actually didn't. It became too easy because they don't level up as much if they don't kill you. You found a mission?
It seems like a co-op mission here.
Okay.
This guy. Can I? No.
I think some of the problems with Shadow of Mordor was that some of it was easy. There's some ways of almost winning every combat, like just vaulting over them and stuff.
So how come what's... Hello.
What is that?
This is a co-op mission that for some reason I can't do anything with. So I throw a smoke grenade on the floor. I have no idea how many times I've done that. Okay, but here seems to be some form of co-op mission for 4 players. Okay. Let's see what we can find in Paris. You guys wanted to know how big Paris is.
Yeah.
I think we should go to another district and just pick a viewpoint.
Do a viewpoint. As I told you before when we were playing, when I saw that map, the first thing that came into my head is, I want to do all the viewpoints.
There's something wrong with you, man.
Yeah, I like that. And again, do you get a trophy for doing all the viewpoints? We probably do.
Probably do. Yeah.
But I would do it anyway.
I
also just like the puzzle of finding the way of climbing up of it. That was really fun in the Far Cry 3 as well, actually. I hope they have something similar in Far Cry 4. Did you play Far Cry 3?
No.
They had like
installed on my computer.
There was like a first-person sort of parkour thing that you had to like jump in these watchtowers, almost like Mirror's Edge, like simplified to get to the top of these towers to do the same thing as an assassin. And that was really fun. And the further you got in the game, the harder the first one you just walked up. The last one there was like missing parts. We had to jump and grab a ladder and climb. It was awesome. Nick and Peter, what's the best, assassinations or climbing? I think a combination.
The wonderful combination of pulling off a really nice air assassination.
Yeah, I think the air assassination and like sneaking up, when like a sneaky mission kill works. But if I had to pick, I would probably pick the traversal. Like a game with good traversal is some of the best you can have. That's one of the reasons why I like Infamous as well. That's just getting to the next mission in that game, and especially the older ones. I got a new one as well. It's just so much fun, and that's good way of doing an open world game is, if it's fun getting to the next marker, then that helps a lot.
Yeah. If you saw, I like this. You can pick up newspapers and see what's been going on. Also, if you saw, I picked up a collectible there. It said 1 out of 44 in this district.
In this district.
There's these criminals that I have to kill.
Oh, Lauritsen, who won the COD jacket, say for me, it's Destiny versus COD. I think they're talking about Game of the Year. Yeah, what's the Game of the Year so far? Dragon Age, Bayonetta. I haven't played Dragon Age or Bayonetta, but I don't like the first Bayonetta. I like that Lauritsen won the jacket. For me, it's probably between Call of Duty and Destiny for Game of the Year at the moment.
I'm really looking forward to Inquisition.
It's fun. I have no interest in Dragon Age.
I tried starting to play the first Dragon Age again. I thought that it's been a long time since I went through the story and want to do that again. Sadly, that game hasn't really aged that well. Oh, look, another co-op mission.
Will you try the co-op mode in Far Cry 4? We probably will.
Look, Nick, I found another co-op mission for us.
Nice. Is it a 4-player co-op?
I don't know. Can't reach it yet.
Destiny just lost me completely after the whole light to level up thing. I get that.
The what?
The way in Destiny that when you get to level 20, then it's not experience that levels you up, it's getting gear with light on it. And that's very confusing in the beginning. But after that, it was actually fun for me. The main problem I have now is you need like shards and stuff to upgrade your gear.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be the rare stuff.
No.
But it actually takes longer and it's harder to find. I spend more time, you have to spend more time farming find like stupid spin metal and stuff that is supposed to be easier, but it's just you need more of it and it takes way longer to find. Where if you just do like the raid or harder missions, you get enough of the shards and energy that you need that is supposed to be the rare material.
Okay.
And then you have to spend hours farming like simple material on different planets. And there's too much of that. There should be another way of getting that material. But yeah.
No. No.
This is one of the things that has always annoyed me with Assassin's Creed, but they seem to be better at avoiding these moments. But we still have one.
There we go. That was...
Child of Light came out today on PC or what? Child of Light came out this summer, didn't it? Or the spring?
Yeah, it did.
I still need to play that and the other UB art game. What was the World War I game? Do you remember what that was called?
Valiant Hearts?
Yeah, I need to play that as well.
Yeah, same here. It's out on iOS as well. So.
Do you think we'll get 2 Assassin's Creed games next year?
Probably not.
No? I could see if next year maybe, the year after no. Because then it'll be, the old gen will be too old.
Yeah.
Oh, he meant this year. Yeah. Well, I need to play some of those UBR games. Yeah.
It's big.
I also need to go back to what was the follow-up to Bastion? Do you remember that?
Can't remember.
But you know what game I'm talking about? Yeah. We played that on stream and that was awesome. But that was before I had a PS4, so I never ended up playing more of it after the stream. But that was so much fun. I want to play that game again. And I played it with Magnus, who had played it before.
Yeah.
And we talked through it. I was playing, so he gave me tips and stuff. And I set up my moves and my attacks and all that very different than he did, and it worked. And the way that you can sort of choose to upgrade something and change your play style was really awesome. So I might try to do a totally different way when I play it again. I like that, like freedom. That was really cool.
All right, let's find ourselves something.
Never say never, Nick. What did I say? Never something?
You probably did.
I probably did.
Where to, Nick? What do you think?
My game of the year is Mario Kart 8.
Ooh.
Mario Kart 8 is awesome. It almost made me buy a Wii U.
Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want that game. I might actually buy a Wii U. I maybe should do that. I was very close to buying a Xbox One.
Yeah?
These last couple of weeks. But I feel like I need to save the money, but maybe I should buy a Wii U instead. That's a bit cheaper. The main problem for me with that is I don't have friends coming over like I did when I was younger as much. And I feel like Mario Kart was fun is setting 4 players and play it, you know, on the same couch. And that's just doesn't happen that much.
Agreed.
And on that note, people asking about Super Smash Bros. We're planning on streaming that, but I don't think we'll do 8 players like people want. I think we'll do 4. Just getting 8
That'd be
people
awesome
together.
to just cram in.
I mean, it would be awesome, but I think we're going to try to get 4 people and 4 GameCube controllers, I think, and play that.
All right. No, I thought I'd just show. We've talked a lot about when we've been playing. Wow, there's a lot of people here now.
Transistor. Thank you, Benke. That is the name of that game.
We've been talking when we've been playing these games. We've been talking about the upgrade system of various things you can upgrade, either if it's your ship or it's the villa or the small village or whatever. And here we have one of those places. I think there's a bunch of these places in Paris.
Yeah.
This cafe/restaurant.
But isn't that
Club,
was one of the old ones, maybe Brotherhood, where you would like upgrade the city and you would have like support from the city when you renovated different shops and stuff?
It's similar here. Now I'm picking up some money. And let's see if I can actually afford to upgrade something else to show that.
Moon People's asking, Nick and Peter, Xbox One or PS4 after a year of gaming, after a year's coming. Well, I bought a PS4 and I'm very happy with that. You haven't bought one yet?
No.
Which one would you pick? If you were like, you can get a free console, Wii U, PS4, Xbox One.
Is that all that happened? I renovated the exteriors and it opened a well for me. Why, thank you. Well, money well spent.
Well, money's spent. That was your joke, that was not me.
That was...
Money well spent.
I feel sad now. I'd probably go for a PS4.
Yeah.
It feels weird, someone who played
Man, you're more mainly a 360
hardly
game.
anything on the PS3 except the exclusive stuff.
Yeah. I think exclusives I felt the same way last gen, was better on PS3. I get for a lot of people say like the chat system, all that was better on Xbox, and some multi-platform games did look better. I feel like they've caught up on that, but in the end, I think the main thing, I think you need to look at two things: the exclusives, if you're only going to get one, and then which console do your friends have, and that's just, sort of sad in a way that that's going to decide if you're going to get a worse platform. Right now, there's Xbox One and PS4 are pretty close to each other. There's still some things that annoys me about the Xbox, but I think that's more also that I'm used to the PS4. But for me, it matters a lot that when I turn on Destiny that I like playing, that I have my friends on there who is playing it, where I don't really have any friends playing Destiny on Xbox One. So if I had bought an Xbox One, I would have to play it with new people, but it's also they might have bought an Xbox One if I had bought one,
Yep.
But I think it's fine buying the other consoles as well. I definitely want them. Really want to play Mario Kart. I really want to play Sunset Overdrive and Master Chief Collection and Forza. And so there's plenty of games I want to play.
I'm going to check out my well now. Wow. Look at look.
One thing that did annoy me in Mario Kart was that they have fucked up the battle mode. Did you see that?
No.
Instead of having those arenas like you had in the past, now it's just the track. So you were driving around like on a track, and then you can drive the opposite way, but it's really hard to find it. Like you need that arena thing. So they screwed that up. What? Oh.
Now we're talking.
Are we talking now?
Now we're talking one of these locked up pieces of armor in an Assassin's Creed game, and I get all, yay!
Will be given his armor in thanks.
And the same thing with Altair armor and
Lost 200 years ago.
these games.
Oh yeah, and Bloodborne has been delayed.
Yep.
Someone mentioned that in the chat earlier. Sadly, it was coming out, I think, on my birthday. Someone said. It was the 6th, maybe it was the 7th, but around my birthday. But again, I'd rather have the delayed games and they're proper. I would have thought they would have delayed the order instead, because it was stupid that they were coming out at the same time. But
Someone would find all of them.
yeah, we'll see.
Would you say that he
Can't
had
wait.
done
Really looking forward to both those games.
in France?
I suppose I would at that.
Benke has a funny point. I've probably played more on Xbox One this year, but for some reason I'd pick PS4 over it, probably because of the ecosystem and upcoming titles. Yeah, I agree in that.
Yeah. Again, Benke gets a 9 out of 10 for me this year.
7.5.
The thing is, I did a live stream with him last week.
Oh yeah, you were in on the new stuff. I was actually watching that at home when I was sick. When you were making fun of me or something. What were you making a joke?
Yeah, I was making fun out of Call of Duty, buying the same game every year. But I'm not sure if Bengt's mustache gets a 9 out of 10 or a 7.5. Actually, it kind of
I think that gets a 10 out of 10.
You think 10 out of 10?
Yeah, that picture.
Well, I don't know, dude. I think I need to talk to his wife about that.
Halo have never appealed to me, but Master Chief Collection is a great package. That's the way to go with re-releases, Emil Nielsen says. I agree. I really want to get into Halo, but I have had some huge issues with it. I might start playing it with Mike, but I feel like I don't have an Xbox One at home.
4-player co-op mission.
Okay, cool.
The
So
food
that might be the
chain.
one we'll play. But it's like, I'm really impressed with some things in Halo, and then there's other things that bug me. But yeah, I wanna try play those. But like with Halo 5 doing ADS and stuff, that could be cool. Red Dead Redemption Remastered, I would so want that. I think I'm actually probably gonna go back and play Red Dead again soon.
I actually never finished. Right?
No? You basically haven't played my favorite games.
I played it. I played quite a bit, and then I restarted it.
Then you got to
Thing
Mexico.
is that I was playing it, then I got to Mexico, then we went to E3, then I came back, and then I didn't.
That was my first E3.
That was your first E3, and then I didn't pick it up. Once we got
that's
back
the
home.
thing you get into with this job.
And
But
then tons of game came out, and you know.
it was probably my second favorite game, second best game of last generation.
It's an awesome game. It's a
And especially after Mexico. And I think it's probably the best end to a game ever.
I know everybody says that.
Yeah.
And I really want to.
And the multiplayer was really fun, actually.
Yeah.
I got to max level, and you'll get a trophy for prestiging, but I haven't done that. I'll have to do that. It's so good, that game. Never finished it. Get out. Hit him, Nick. You haven't finished Red Dead. You haven't finished Last of Us.
No.
Haven't finished Journey.
No.
Haven't finished Unfinished Swan. There's more games. Have you played Gone Home?
No, I haven't. But
How many of the Uncharted games have you finished?
The first two. No, not the first one. I hated the first
Yeah,
one.
the first one. That's okay. I think the second one is the best.
The second one is really good. That one I finished.
Infamous? Any of the Infamous games?
First one I played through a majority of it, I think.
Majority of it.
Yeah, I don't think I finished it. I wasn't that impressed. I remember us you being like, Infamous, the best thing ever happened to you since
Yeah, that was really good.
forever.
The thing is,
and
it's funny because I was not a PlayStation guy. I was a Nintendo guy, and I actually didn't play Infamous when it came out. I played it when they launched PlayStation Plus. Why do we say Plus? PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And they had an offer on it, and they were like, even if you weren't a member, you could play the first hour for free. They had that for a period a lot on PS3.
Yeah.
A lot of games you could download, play for an hour. You would download the full game, and that meant you would earn the trophies and all that. And if you then bought the game, you would continue with your save instead of just like a demo where you'd had to start over. And then I thought that was super awesome, so I bought it and played it, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I have a rule that games that you try to get me to play, I never play.
Yeah.
That's kind of my philosophy here in life is get a recommendation from Nick, don't touch it.
It's actually
Considering
insane
all
that
the games I've tried to get you to play, you never played them with me.
I've played a lot of them.
Not the
What
MMOs,
game haven't I played?
Star Wars Galaxies.
Well, that doesn't work anymore. I've played several games that he wanted me to play. What were those games?
Assassin's Creed game, so it should be
Yeah,
said.
I finished
Assassin's
all
Creed
the
games.
Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
games.
that is true. I'm actually going to start a mission now because I'm just running around.
Yeah, do that.
They're book burning.
I
That
feel like
must be
several
fun.
games that you wanted me to play that I played.
Danger. Meet my contact at plus defense.
See, you can't think of any.
I'll get to it.
Sure, you will.
But at least you have played none of the games I asked you. Even like Journey, that's 2 hours long.
I know.
We will be showing GTA in first-person mode. We're still sorting out exactly when we're playing it, and if we'll do one stream that's both multiplayer and single player with showing first-person and all that, or we'll do two different ones, or how we're going to do it.
Really, where am I supposed to go
But
now?
we will show that.
Nick,
View,
please tell me.
the watchtowers, the viewpoints.
Oh, the viewpoints, right.
That's what I would do. What games do you think Rockstar is working on right now? I'm sure they're working on another GTA. I think they're always doing that. I hope they're also working on another Bully game
We've been hoping for that for.
and another Red Dead game. In a way, I sort of don't want them to do Red Dead because that game is just perfect. Just re-release it. But I would also just like another. Maybe it's just I don't know. That game is just so good. I want more of that. I hated Infamous when I played the demo. Don't know why, but it was in the both talk and writing so there was. Okay.
I said I want all the money you got.
There's a lot of these killing criminals things going on.
But the thing about Red Dead is that sort of came out of nowhere, and that was I mean it's the sequel to Red Dead Revolver, but Red Dead Redemption is a new game, so I would sort of want them to do another one of those, where it's something totally different.
Yep.
All right, more Assassin's Creed. You are doing a single player mission now, or is it a side mission?
It's a side mission for that cafe place.
Okay.
Somebody gave me a
to the
mission there
contact.
to stop these guys are burning
That's really
books.
far running. How about try to?
Yeah,
I guess it's
let's-
cool here. You can see how it is running on the street.
There you
It
can
looks
see.
really cool with all the people. The only thing that I also mentioned to you before the stream is it sort of looks like the same animation when he's pushing people.
Yeah.
But it looks really impressive.
And the thing with the pop-ups there, I'm not sure if you guys see them. I thought about them early on. They're constantly happening, kind of like at the edge of your vision. The pop-ups, especially in the crowds.
Yeah.
I don't find them that very annoying. I can understand people that are very much more technically.
Yeah. The
Get-
more it's
hang-
different how much you notice that. But I will say that is a thing that makes me. I mean, if there's a lot of that, then your game is not going to get a 9 or a 10 from me. If there's a lot of technical issues.
Right. I don't think I cared that much. In the beginning, it was kind of annoying, mostly because I was actively thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard this game had a lot of pop-ups. Let's think about the pop-ups.
Yeah. If it's a lot of fun, then you will forget more about it.
Yeah.
Oh, someone is mentioning The Last Guardian in the chat.
Oh, don't talk about the last part.
It's gonna happen. They keep saying every once in a while that they're working on it. I wonder if it's just a totally new game now. That was my first. It was like 2 months after, no, 3 months after I started this job. I was at TGS, saw that game,
Yeah.
and then we haven't seen it since. It's crazy.
No,
hope
I'm quite
that's
like a lot of other people. I'm quite certain that the game that they showed at the time was probably quite boring. And
Name a bad Rockstar game. Well, I actually didn't like the old
GTA?
GTA games. And then they made like a ping pong game or something that wasn't very good.
oh, the table tennis one?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Wasn't that actually quite good for what it was?
Yeah, well, it just what it wasn't very good. It was no Pong, if you know what I mean.
It was only ping ping.
Let's see. Nick, what makes you love Red Dead so much? I have played it, but I didn't love it that much. I think the thing, and I like the new GTA more than the old ones. And I think, for instance, GTA 4, I felt it was very much going from mission to mission, and you were like locked into it.
Mm-hmm.
It was that it felt more like an open world. Oh, that was weird. I think it also just was easier to make that game in the way that in GTA, and for instance in this, there's all these houses that you feel like, why can't I go into that? But when you're in the Wild West, there isn't a lot of houses. So that meant you could walk into almost every building that was there, which made the world feel more real. And I think the story was just really good. I just think I really cared about the characters and the story, and the gameplay was fun. The shooting mechanic, the horseback riding, killing animals and finding flowers, and I think the characters mattered probably the most about that.
Yeah, characters.
The main character was awesome, his whole family and his story, and it's really, really cool.
I just want to get back and just point out a couple of things about what we're actually doing here today,
Yeah.
which is playing Assassin's Creed. I just love walking into these mobs. So you can tell that there's definitely something going on. The French Revolution is slowly starting to kick off for real, and It's just there's so much life in this city that we haven't seen in a long
Yeah,
time.
it's really cool. Really, really cool.
These crowds are
Like little West Dickens elixir cures everything. Awesome.
Let's talk to our contact here and stop some book burning.
Thank God you're here. They burned most of Monsieur Deschamps' library already. Please save what you can.
Okay.
So, how far away do you think we are from that you will be able to interact with more of these people? Because right now, you know, it's really awesome and it helps the immersion that there's all these people, but it's still the fact where they are standing doing an animation. You know?
Yeah.
And there, see, there's a lot of that where they like sometimes like scoot around and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what are we supposed to do with them?
I don't know.
Ah!
Sally's asking if you like the Witcher series. You really like
I
Witcher
love
2.
Witcher.
I never played them, but they weren't out on PlayStation. There was Xbox 360. I never got around to it. But I'm super excited for it.
Yeah. The Witcher 1 wasn't never managed to get into that. But the Witcher 2 is a fantastic game in many, many ways. Absolutely stunning. Great characters, great story. I mean, it can get a bit silly with the sex stuff sometimes, in the way that it's mature through its sex and violence.
Is there a lot of
But
sex in it? Is it like Game of Thrones? Is it HBO?
It's an HBO game.
You're like, oh, this has been a weird, like, not R-rated episode, and then there's like a midget and, and two naked ladies all of a sudden. You're like, okay.
But the thing with it also that the overall plot line, once you get beyond that with all the with the politics and everything, it's actually really good. I love it.
Looking forward to 3. Let me ask you an Assassin's Creed question.
Uh-huh.
So, Assassin's Creed came out, single player story. Then they started doing multiplayer, which was pretty cool. It was new. I like that. That was fresh.
Yeah.
And now they've swapped out that with the co-op stuff. How do you feel about that? Do you miss the normal multiplayer? Do you like the co-op? In the end, you know, as much as the developers say, oh, whatever, I mean, it is taking time away or money spent on that could have been spent on single player.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like there's co-op or multiplayer, or would you just want a pure single player, or how do you feel about those different modes?
But can you? Oh, I'm an idiot.
What?
Sorry.
Can we get?
I got angry with the
Can we
game.
get
It was
save that clip?
It was my own fault. I don't know. I've only played the one co-op mission so far.
Yeah.
And as I said, that was just 2 drunken assassins trying to infiltrate a temple fort. Really, it was pathetic. God, it looked stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I really like the multiplayer, the idea behind the multiplayer.
Yeah, but did you play it a lot?
Games. Quite a bit in Brotherhood.
I really liked
had
it a lot, but I ended up not playing it a lot.
I had a router problems. We talked about that, like
Oh, yeah, that's true.
thing. So. But so I'm not sure. Thing is that I don't have that many friends that are that into Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, and then
that
we actually
buy.
talked about playing at one point, but then it's like you were on 360 and I was on PS3.
Yeah, no, I meant actually more here. This definitely, considering I'm guessing that some of the harder missions can get quite complicated.
Yeah.
That the communication is important and.
Well, if you get a PS4,
Teamwork.
let me know, and then we'll.
Most definitely. So in that sense, it's. I'd rather have the competitive multiplayer because it's easier just to get into, play a couple of rounds.
But I mean, I guess there's always the thing with competitive stuff that if you need to cover it. But I feel like if it's designed proper, then people will work together. You know, the problem with the mission we saw now, it might be great, and I think that's okay. But if it's really, really good design, then you need to work together for it to work. Like that's one of the things that for instance, to go back to Journey, that game is designed a way where. To not spoil anything, but it's like designed a way where you almost can't be bad to each other, you know?
No.
You, of course, you always can, but it's designed in a way where it sort of incentivizes you to be nice.
Yeah.
And I know that's really hard, but I would really like, I would probably prefer that there was a single player. I like the multiplayer as well, but maybe if they would rotate them around and then, or maybe do the co-op where it would be more incentivized. Might be that way with 4-player. Well, I like you need to work together.
Yeah.
Because there was none of the stuff in that mission that you couldn't have done alone. You know, it should have been like, oh, one person needs to stand here, one person needs to stand here. Or, you know, like Spec Ops was in Modern Warfare 2, where one guy is holding a sniper, supporting the other guy running around in the field, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's like some of the GTA stuff is as well. If one had to, you know, take care of the guards on the roof while the other one sneaked in the building and, you know, you could have done a diversion and then the other guy had to sneak in somewhere or something.
I think that's actually kind of the point for many of those missions, that you're supposed to do it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I earned a trophy.
Nice.
You're welcome, Gamereactor Live.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not playing on my account. We're playing on Gamereactor Live, which is also the account we'll be playing on tomorrow. So if you want to play with us, I guess you might as well add us as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll add you tomorrow.
I'm slowly getting used to the combat. I looted an old tie. I'm actually starting to really like this game. But it must be said, there's a couple of... So far, again, we're fairly early in the game. We're not playing through the main missions now to keep it, considering it just came out, keeping it spoiler-free.
Yeah. And it's still not out in the Nordics and England.
Exactly.
I want to say one thing quick. Ice Tapped says in the chat, I like how the blood splashes and comes all over the surroundings. I mentioned that. I thought about that before we streamed as well, and that's a good point. I really like that as well.
Yeah, it's
when you kill someone, it's like blood on the floor and the wall and stuff.
If you can see, when they attack, their health bar flashes, and when it's yellow, if you manage to parry, you make what they call a perfect parry.
That's the counter button, right? Parry.
Yeah, and that's when he makes an automatic counter kind of thing.
Someone in the chat just mentioned the day-night cycle. It is. We started this in the day, right? And now it's night. So there's something going on.
Yeah, something is definitely going on. Let's climb this building, which I'm sure is really famous and called something. Oh.
And again, if people are joining late, we're playing Unity on PS4.
Yep.
Gonna play co-op tomorrow with you guys on PS4 as well. And you can win the t-shirt, Assassin's Creed t-shirt. I like the way this is, that it's very simple. It would have been even cooler if it was just the symbol and not the letters, I think.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
I agree.
Yeah. And it's like, I think this one is extra large. I don't know what size the other ones are, but it's like we have them in certain sizes and it'll be random what you get. And then you'll win this as well. Nice.
I really want to try that one out, but I'm not going to do it because I have to open it.
It should be a working pen. So the winning team will get this.
And you get to choose your captain.
And I think what we'll do is we'll actually have people in the chat vote for, because I don't think there's a score at the end, the missions.
You can get, depending on how well you do, you can get various rewards.
Yeah, but it's not like we don't get a number so we can see who was best. So I think what we'll do is we'll have people in the chat vote on who was best. And then tomorrow I'm gonna try to get a prize that we can give away in the chat. So one of the people who vote in the chat will get a prize as well.
There we go.
I'm gonna try to do that. The team leader will not win a prize. That means Petter will not win anything. At least that's how it is right now. I mean, the prize is he gets to hang out here in the office and play Unity.
That is right. I get to hang out with Nick.
Yeah.
And
play Unity.
Is a fair. And play Unity. That is true. Well, now I'll be able to go home and think about all this cool stuff I could unlock.
I don't know, maybe tomorrow we should try the Xbox One version as well, because we have that. See if there's any difference and talk about that tomorrow.
Awesome, if we have time. I think with the PC version, it's such high...
Someone in chat mentioned that there was like an update coming now, or just came out for one of the graphics cards that should help a lot of the
Oh, that's nice.
version.
Oh, the guns now are really insanely deadly. I've noticed. Guards with guns.
Yeah.
Don't like those.
But it's the usual thing where they're very powerful, but then it takes a long time to reload, right?
Yeah, I just keep getting shot. It's horrible.
Also, you in the chat, let us know if there's anything you want to see in particular. We have half an hour left. Hotel de Ville.
Yep. No, the thing is that which I think I was going to say and didn't say, that it's very much. It feels like a classic Assassin's Creed game again. It is. It's not blowing me away, as I said before, but it's still. I'm hooked, man.
Yeah, it looks fun. I'm definitely gonna play it for sure, but I think I might finish Black Flag first,
Why didn't you jump there?
just to do the natural progression. And as we talked about, there's some things that they've improved to this game. I think if I play this and then go back to Black Flag, it might be weird.
I think so far the thing that I would mostly have a problem with is the climbing downwards button.
But also just like, even though I don't care about the story, just finishing a game and then getting to the next one. I know I'll probably end up having, if I just jump to the next one, I'll end up having 4 Assassin's Creed that I'm halfway through at some point. Part of this does look, this was slowing down a little bit, but it does look amazing. And I don't know if you noticed when he was climbing and stuff, the animation of that was pretty impressive. And this is cool.
Yeah. You can tell sometimes that it drops frames, not a lot, but enough to make it feel a bit more sluggish, like down to perhaps 20, 25, which is enough to...
Moon people saying no Eiffel Tower in the game. We were in a rift where there was the Eiffel Tower. But of course the Eiffel Tower was not built in this time, so it's later in history.
Yeah.
Which class type did you guys choose, Nick and Petter, for this? I don't think there's been...
Class type?
I don't think there has been yet. I think maybe in... what are you thinking about when you do the co-op missions? I guess the whole thing that you can change... I guess you can do that here as well, where you can change how much stealth and how much health you wanted on the outfits.
Oh, yeah.
You see that in the top right there.
Yeah, you have, like, there's a whole bunch of... You can... Different weapons.
Yeah, but also for your outfit had stuff as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you have all the... You can see here on the side there, melee, stealth, health, ranged.
Yeah. I would probably just pick the one that I think looked the coolest. And if I wouldn't do that, for some missions I might have where if I had a hard time, I might go with the health one. But other than that, I would probably choose the stealth. I like stealthing in Assassin's Creed. I often, sometimes replay missions if I get like spotted.
Yeah.
I want to do it without getting spotted. So in that way, you don't need the health. You just need stealth.
Yeah, they made a much more focus on stealth as well. We actually have now a stealth mode.
And how do you do that?
Just
You tap L2?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can
I like
take
that.
cover and exit cover and switch between covers and stuff like that. Haven't only been 2 fairly easy stealth missions so far in the game, so can't say very much.
Can you
about
hold that while you were free roaming?
Just
Yeah, but what if you hold R2 while you hold R1?
nothing happens.
No, okay, so you have to choose. It would be interesting if you could, go into cover and then instead of just walking in cover, that you could sprint in cover. Are you pressing circle?
Was it circle?
Circle to tackle.
Oh, there we go.
That was how it was in Black Flag, at least.
So I just tackled him and then everybody's happy. Okay, that's fair enough. I've heard some complaints about the stealth mode in some reviews that people have problems actually figuring out if they're in cover or not. But that's sadly not something I can say anything about so far. I'm gonna change my the colors of.
Peter did host a GRTV Christmas calendar at one point. What is that, 3 years ago? You know, on that? 4?
1 point, like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a couple of years ago since you did it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nick and Peter, would you like to have automatic weapons in the future as AC? I'll keep it old school. I prefer blades and stuff. I like having a bow, and I guess a one-shot pistol is okay, but I prefer bows and swords.
I like the gun combos in Black Flag when you have like 4 or 5 guns strapped to your body, but that's it.
I think that's actually almost too much, maybe.
I love it. Just the way it flows.
It looks cool, but I just prefer the gameplay of not having it.
Ah, okay. I can see that. That's okay. I accept that. I feel a bit more like I'll tell you now. Why are people so sad?
Is Peter supposed to be the expert? Peter is the expert. He's way
Am I
bigger
supposed to be
fan.
the expert?
You know way more than me about Assassin's Creed. You're one of the few people, I don't think anybody in the world fully understands the Assassin's Creed story. But you're one of the people who understands part of it.
Partially.
Yeah.
Don't make this harder than it has to be. Bloody counter-revolution.
Cypher has joined the chat. He talked about he might try to get off work early to join co-op tomorrow, but we're probably not going to let him play with us. I don't think he should be allowed to.
Isn't that cool enough?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Would be funny if it gets like the day off or half a day off to play and we don't pick him.
That'd just be rude.
Can't you use the stealth mechanism some more and then we can see it in action? We can do that if you want that.
Well, we can try.
Yes. Can you see if you can find it? Maybe if you look at the map and if there's a stealth mission we haven't done.
I don't think there's actually a stealth mission. Let's see.
We have Ricardo from Gamereactor Portugal in the chat as well.
Hello?
Adrian says, I still don't understand the ending in AC3. No.
No,
Neither
it's
do I.
okay. It's okay. Hard to tell which
But
is
to try to go back to that, it says here on the left, mod, co-op, heist co-op, parastory, social co-op. There isn't one that says stealth.
No, sadly not.
But maybe
And
try
they-
to do a side mission and try to stealth it to see if you
Let's
can.
see. Okay, sure. Let's pick a side mission. That's a really difficult mission. Those are all really difficult missions.
I like that you can take those away and just see missions. That should
Using the old noggins. That sounds like a good...
steal sacred objects. That should be stealthy. You can steal stealthy.
It's no Metal Gear Solid from what I saw
What do you mean?
when it comes to the mechanics.
Oh, I thought you meant the story.
Oh no, no. Nothing is like... Metal Gear Solid.
I think
Not even
AC is the closest thing we have to a Metal Gear Solid series at the moment. AC
Well-
is weird. I mean, nothing is as crazy as Metal Gear Solid, but this is getting there, I think. I haven't seen any present day time gameplay. No, it starts off with you're in a computer game that you can pick a computer game, and then other than that we have the Rift, which is not present day, but it's more modern than where I am now.
Yeah,
But there's no walking around so far.
No, and I don't think there is,
No.
actually. From what I've gathered from various sources, just reading reviews and stuff, it seems like there's actually no actual present-day gameplay.
Ball Crusher says, I've completed 3/4 of the game and there have only been cutscenes so far in present time.
Yeah, I think that's probably...
So this was one of the ones where you could hold circle and then he would not climb off the wall, right?
Too gruesome. They've been stolen and sold. I am Madame Tussaud.
So you go up to these different characters and
shoot.
accept the mission.
This is Madame Tussaud.
Oh, that's cool.
I promised the assembly I would make masks of famous victims of the guillotine.
Uh-oh.
It's grisly, but it was the only way to get a reprieve.
Someone have stolen...
And now someone has stolen
Heads.
the head I was given.
Okay,
Find them.
fair enough. Welcome to France.
Ricardo says there's no present time gameplay. I think just a few cutscenes and progresses the present time story even less than Black Flag. But you can hear Sean in the background.
She sent me this letter.
Yeah. I thought I was him.
I like this sort of stuff where you have, oh, okay, Madame Tussauds in the game. I love that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of...
Remember to stealth this when you speak to the different...
oh, right, sorry.
He was in love with her
As
from
you
that
do,
blood?
then you can...
There's a head in that.
Pum, 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 pum. Oh, I'm stuck.
There's a head there, dude.
Yeah, they're dealing with head from the guillotines. Okay, let's see. Will it mark all of that on the map for me?
Was that mission?
They wanted to send me to 3 different spots.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just talking to 3 people in the same building.
No, luckily not.
Okay.
Okay, let's
See what we can do.
let's see if we can stealth.
Indian Comment says, I actually like that there isn't any present-day gameplay. I got so tired of it when you had to chase those weird shining women in AC3. I so agree. I love Assassin's Creed when it's in the old days, but all the out of the animus and like whether it's the Revelation first person or the walking around and finding stuff and even the stuff in Black Flag, I didn't like that at all. But it's weird, some people really like it, so.
I want some of it, actually.
I would love if it was optional. If you could go out of the animus and do stuff if you wanted to, but please don't force me. On like, oh, I forgot to check an email between sequence 7 and 8, so I don't get that trophy, I don't get that message or whatever. Please don't do that. That's so annoying.
Okay.
What? Retrieve the heads.
And the and the head,
Yeah.
which I'm currently looking for, is in the middle of...
But that's good, now you can stealth it.
Let's see if we can stealth here.
You can try at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it stealth. Let's see where it is.
I think we'll have to do it tomorrow. See, I don't know which order we'll play in, but if one team is ready and another is not, then I think we'll let the team who's not ready try to unlock the co-op while we play with the other guys. It's so much easier climbing down off stuff now than that was one of the things that bugged me sometimes, where like I wanted to just jump one level down and then he jumped off the building or something. Have you found any 4-player co-op missions yet? We found one, right?
No, he can see me.
Go in the crowd. We'd seen one 4-player co-op mission, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll show that at the end of the stream today, so people, let's say we'll probably play that one tomorrow.
You can see there the marking, the outline of me there is my last known location. And that's where...
It's weird he saw you there when it's behind the wagon.
He's
Batman.
He's not doing very well.
He's doing very well when he saw you through that thing. He saw you again now.
Everybody's saying we got...
Go into the crowd instead. Walk away from there. You can, while he's looking over there, you can go get the head.
I will do that now. It's kind of hard to stealth here with all these people.
Is it me or did they remove the whistle? I guess there's no whistle in this, is there? Oh crap! To go into the crowd. Okay, now I think
Now they're
it's too
just
late.
shooting into the crowd. Guys.
Both Persian and Ricardo said the same thing. Wait, what about Batman? So that's how it looks.
That's how you stealth?
When you die, for people who joined late and missed the other times Peter died.
You want me as your team captain tomorrow?
And I'm very happy you're on one of the other teams tomorrow. I think my team is probably going to win.
No.
Just putting it out there.
Okay, this wasn't all that easy. Oh,
I'm actually going to be proper annoyed if my team doesn't win tomorrow.
Ooh, we had some pop-ups there. I mean, I can spot those.
And now, what are you doing? You're standing on a person?
wonder if I can.
Clip is telling me I'm being rude.
Are you being rude?
But he's also saying, I think I'll pass on the co-op stream if Peter is the Swedes captain, though. You can pick. That's the way. When we pick 3 of you for, let's say, Sweden, then you get to pick. I don't know if we'll let Sweden pick first, but then we'll let the countries pick who they want as their captains. But I will say Peter has played way more of this game than any of the other one. I've played it for 5 minutes today to see how the climbing was. Dory and Ingvi hasn't touched it yet, but we'll probably play a mission each tomorrow just to get a feel for it.
Now, where's he gone off to?
Yes, I think you have to play through some of the story to unlock the core. I don't know if we can invite them. We'll have to figure that out tomorrow.
You'll probably have to play it through some. As we said, it's the first 2 sequences, and they are relatively
really
short.
yeah.
You'll do that in less than an evening.
But it's like it's out tomorrow, so people need to rush home to play it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know, maybe.
But we'll see. Maybe we can invite you just through the PSN menu, and maybe you can join us anyway.
Maybe.
We'll see. Oh, that was smart. Now they saw you on the way in. Oh, they haven't seen you on that side, so they'll run away. I think we're seeing a bug right now. Or maybe you're just using the force.
We are currently experiencing quite the bug.
You can't do anything?
I can't do anything. Well, he looks funny.
I loved how you did something and then you did nothing and then he flew into the haystack.
Right.
Can you unsync or something?
I think I'm gonna have to fast travel to get out of that. Interesting. Great. You get to see your first bug. He looks really funny though.
Yeah, I like it the way he's standing in there. Like a boss.
It's like, yeah, come at me, bro.
Maybe try a different mission now instead. Then.
Yeah, let's just fast travel.
We have 12 minutes left, so.
Okay. Should we find you another synchronization point?
I don't know.
But yeah, we've been keeping away. Oh.
Of course it spawns you like that.
Of course.
It knows me too well.
Fast travels like this. Is there?
I mean, it just shows you what you should have done.
Right, I'm just going to jump down here.
And just you have the overview of the whole thing now. Oh, I thought he went for the other haystack. I was like, he's not going to hit that. What happened there? Are you in there now, or? Why did it? Okay, that's weird.
Whoa. Okay. No,
he's still lying there. I love the way he's... And no, all the other guards are just walking by like nothing is happening. There's a dead guy like in the haystack.
Something is off with the camera.
And then maybe like cancel the mission?
I'm gonna grab this stupid head. That guy is...
I love that.
He's spotting me.
Is he?
Oh man, this is no... something is just weird with the camera. Okay, so...
Can we cancel?
Can we cancel? I don't know.
So Peter, have you gotten that cookie yet?
You know what? I haven't.
I don't think you're gonna get that cookie. I actually ate a cookie today in front of you.
You did, actually.
But I did actually offer you to buy you a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
you declined.
You did.
So.
I declined it.
But yeah.
I'm not sure I can cancel this mission. Let's try to fast travel away, as far away as possible.
As far away.
Let's get the hell out of here. Right. You guys were asking about bugs. Great way to end the live stream.
Yeah.
That was a bit odd.
It was.
Open world game bugs are the best game bugs.
I actually had a really bad one in Destiny recently where I was playing through. You have the daily and weekly missions. And, well, first of all, we continue to try the flawless stuff and it keeps bugging us. But I was playing through one of those. You're supposed to do 3 people, daily or weekly. And I just solo them. And then I got to the very end of them. It takes a little bit longer when you're alone, of course, because you can't die, then you get booted out. And at the very end boss of one of them, I was like jumping around to avoid some of the monsters because they were going for a melee hit on me. And then I fell into this like little bowl that was hanging on the wall. Like this weird thing that was there, like just a thing on the wall that like I fell into, but I never hit the ground in it. So I was like flying in it. I think my like arms were like hitting the sides.
Interesting.
So that meant I couldn't jump again. So I couldn't get out of it. And I could I see the monster was next to me, so I killed the monster. That was all you needed to do in the mission. But you needed to like put your ghost on say end the mission.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that because I couldn't get out of the fucking bowl on the side. So I'd finished the whole mission and just needed to go like end mission, and I couldn't do that. So I had to restart the whole mission because I was just flying in the air and this thing on the wall. It was so frustrating.
Weird.
But I also get why they wouldn't discover that, and that's the problem with bugs. Like someone needs to who jumps into that bowl, and maybe I did something before that was in a certain way, so that it's so hard to finding some of those bugs, you know. Nick, could you share play this game or have Ubisoft blocked the share play feature? I actually don't know. Well, I guess maybe we'll check it before tomorrow's stream.
Yep.
I don't want to do it now. Yeah, Cypher is in my crew with us going for flawless in Destiny and keeps bugging us. So annoying. Do you need PS Plus for multiplayer? You probably do.
On PS4, yeah.
But I don't know if this co-op counts. I think it's for I think the games can actually say you don't need it. The free-to-play games, you don't need, I think, Plus.
Oh, okay.
And I think they made it so like on Xbox you need Xbox Live, and I think they ended up making it on PlayStation like you don't need Plus to watch Netflix.
Okay.
But I'm not
because
sure.
that's what's weird. Something feels.
Yeah, he means the co-op. Yeah, I actually don't know. We have Plus on our accounts, so I actually found out something really smart because we got Plus from Sony on the Gamereactor Live account to play, but we actually don't need it because I have set the Office PS4 as my primary account, and as long as one account on the PlayStation that's set as that is your primary console has Plus, all the other accounts can play online. I really like some of I think the mood and the whole environment it's really cool in this game.
Yeah.
It's just sad when it sort of breaks. Well, that's a rift or something? Renovation, okay.
Oh, I can.
Renovate.
That's upgrading the city. We're now on the social clock.
Yeah, there's no trophy, but it's all bronzes. How do you actually, maybe we'll talk about this before, how do you feel about trophies? We've talked a lot about it recently. Would you care to like 100% a game in achievements and trophies, if it's a game you like? Have you done that with any of the Assassin's Creed?
No. We had that discussion a while
Yeah.
ago, actually. That I'm 2 achievement away in... Oh!
Nick, don't you think that Arno needs a grappling hook in his inventory? Like he could choose the hidden play of the hook. That would be cool. I'd like that. What do you think of that? Grappling hook.
I'm trying to figure that one out. A grappling hook? That'd be nice.
Yeah. If it makes sense, like it could also be not nice, but I like the idea of it. If they could make it work. I did actually like in Revelations the whole like hook thing.
Oh, that was
pretty cool.
The hook sling.
The hook blade.
Hook blade, right? That's really cool.
So how do you feel about Unity? Is it living up to your expectations? You're still super excited to play more?
Oh yeah.
Did you really need to kill him?
No.
It said steal.
But
Oh, you thought he meant steel. Steel blade.
that's exactly what I thought. I got confused. They're
That was my
Don't
bad
you-
joke of
that-
today. The earlier one was yours. The well.
Which one?
The well one.
No, that was
That was you.
That was you.
You said that.
100%.
I just pointed out it
Okay.
was a bad joke. I really love that Indian Cobra didn't discover my sign in Minecraft yesterday. In the replay, while he was mining, I put up a stupid sign. And we were standing in the building afterwards with him right next to it and he didn't notice. That was awesome. Would Sam Fisher be able to defeat Arno? Yes, he would.
Yes.
Sam Fisher has guns.
Against Ezio, no.
You think Ezio would beat Sam
Ezio
Fisher?
would beat Sam Fisher.
He has night vision and like a plane and guns and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Ezio has style and eagle vision. So
Has style and eagle vision. You go to style first.
it's important.
Are you saying Sam Fisher
It's
doesn't
important.
have style?
Like, Sam Fisher doesn't have style.
Sam Fisher is style.
No, he's never been style.
I actually in the last Splinter Cell you could get a Ezio outfit for him, so he was very
Oh,
stylish.
lush.
No,
Everybody
you
won.
couldn't do that. I don't know. I just thought that.
It would have been kind of typical Ubisoft thing to
Yeah.
do.
Maybe it's there. I don't know.
Should be. Oh, I'm back here again. Hi, guys. You guys still have my heads. I really want those heads. Uh-oh. I'm gonna...
Where is Branko, by the way? That's true.
What is happening?
Sam's got style, Sam is style. Can you, maybe we'll do that off stream. The whole something is love, something is life, that's people started saying on the internet. I never got where that came from.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, we'll talk about it after. What was your pun of the day yesterday, Nick? Minding my own business? Yeah, that's funny.
That is,
Playing Minecraft and being like minding my own business.
that is kind of...
I thought that was pretty good.
You guys stop singing?
I think the well one you had today was pretty good.
There wasn't...
I'm actually giving you credit for a funny joke that you didn't know you were saying, but I think that's pretty fun. But minding my own business was pretty good as well.
It was pretty good. Who's shooting at me?
Now I almost feel a pressure that I need to come up with one tomorrow. A stupid joke.
You need at least one a day.
I guess that wasn't a rule. The rule was just I was allowed to do one a day. It looks like you got your in-game camera settings wrong. Yeah, Peter's playing inverted. That's correct. Oh, was that another bad joke? Did that count?
Just look at the way the camera acts when I jump into the
I think it's just because you're playing inverted. It punishes you. We have 1 minute left, Peter.
Let me just retrieve at least
head.
one head.
Wrong
sack. Oh man.
Story of my life.
Oh, what did you do? What happened?
I love that they never spot you while you're on the ground. It's always when you're like halfway out of a haystack or something. All right, I think we'll end on this while Peter tries to find his sack.
I'm just gonna climb up here and cry.
You can see the gameplay. But yeah, tomorrow we have the co-op stream. Check the news pieces on the Nordic sites. Sadly, for now, it's the Nordic countries against each other. We'll do more with all the different countries. Let's keep on the Assassin's Creed. So tomorrow we'll play co-op. Sign up on the sites. More info tomorrow. You need the game. We'll play 4-player co-op. The best team will win t-shirt and a cool pen we got right here. More info on the sites. Friday, Geo Friday nights on Xbox One. Open to everyone. I actually still was not sure if we got prices, but we're going to play at least new Advanced Warfare on Xbox One. And that should be a lot of fun. We, of course, also has news. We'll see if we'll get Peter back in that.
Who knows?
Who knows? Find out. Monday we got. Next week is not really locked out, but looks like we're doing Far Cry. I think we're doing GTA next week. I don't remember the rest, but we got Destiny on next Friday. So it sounds like people on our Facebook page, Destiny 0 Friday Nights, wants to do the raid again. So we'll probably do that.
All right.
And if you're missing people to play the raid with, our Bungie clan Gamereactor, it's actually a good way to find people. I recommend that. And also remember GR Friday Nights for the Call of Duty stuff.
Yes.
And other than that, come back tomorrow and watch us try the co-op mission, 4-player co-op.
Watch the drunk assassins
Yeah.
attack the Templars.
Are we going to be drunk tomorrow?
No, they are.
No? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to look drunk.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, Peter, thank you for sharing the knowledge.
Thank you
for
for
the,
having me, finding the wrong sack.
And yeah, and just
I'm proud of
good
myself.
puns, even though it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, very good.
And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and we're out. Peace.